Okay, time to go home. Just gonna start the podcast. Let's see. The Valentine heresy.
Welcome back to the grim darkness of the 41st millennium. I am Inquisitor Caveat Ventus, keeper of the Inquisition's Black Library, and this is my report on the Valentine Heresy, an actual play podcast set in the Genesis adaptation of Warhammer 40,000's Dark Heresy RPG. This report features Game Master Tom McGee, Ryan LaPlante as Inquisitor Lucius Valentine, Laura Elizabeth as Lyric, and Tyler Hewitt as Alto. My report shows that the Inquisitorial Band's ship was attacked by orcs over Vicodin Prime. Valentine attempted to care about his team's personal motivations. Alto wants to pilot a Titan, and Lyric was confused by anyone's interest in her feelings. Can they survive an orc assault and get to the planet's surface? Find out at this episode of the Valentine Heresy.
From the Imperial Report on Xenos, Chapter Many.
Orcs are an incredibly tough, warlike species that seems quite content to merely slaughter and fight in the names of their gods. How they can manage to build these machines and fly them and shoot them and slash with them is truly beyond me, as the machine's spirit would not seem to be present in a single one. But nevertheless, they are a force to be reckoned with and should be dealt with cautiously.
From an intercepted orc transmission. Daka 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 daka. Wah! Daka 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 daka.
So, yeah, that's what I would like you to build.
Yeah, I can build that. You are on the receiving end of said daka 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 dakas as the orc sluggas and shooters open up in fine form. If you recall, you're currently entering the atmosphere, heading down to the Vicodin distillery in search of Glasscow Vicodin, one of the Confederacy that has set out to kill our beloved God Emperor and his golden throne. You entered the incredibly foggy and densely clouded planetary atmosphere, only to encounter a burst transmission of wah, followed by the trademark Daka Daka of the shooters, which I'm
God damn it.
playing works.
Air
So
conditioner.
much of the dialogue was just them yelling noises they thought their guns made, and it just tickles me so deeply. But rather than trying to describe weapons, they're like, yeah, it's like, it's long, and it goes like, daka daka daka, and a thing comes out and they die. It's like, oh yeah, sure. I'll get you one of those right here. So you're on the receiving end of that right now. Around you, around the ship, there are currently 4 massive aircraft. And the best way to imagine these is think like a World War II Spitfire if it was built out of trash in a junkyard and then painted by a 4-year-old who really liked Hot Wheels. kind of in that vein. Lots of bright colors. Admittedly, they're very beautiful and distinctive, and I feel like Alto, for you, there is just in the glimpses, in that kind of like back end of terror that you try not to pay any attention to when you're under threat. You can see just these weird flashes of genius, and really like these are the kind of vehicles you could imagine building. I don't think anything off a factory line would ever be something you would ever imagine you could build, just because your hive world had no factories to speak of. But something that you hammer together out of stuff you found is basically the story of most of your gear. So you already you have an immediate begrudging respect, I think, for these opponents. Just moments before the slugs start tearing into the armor around the vehicle. Lyra, do you think you would know orcs? I mean, it's entirely possible. They're enough of a threat, I think, to the galaxy that it's entirely possible.
I feel like there could have, there would have been, propaganda about them, no?
I feel like...
Or maybe
so
not.
Imperial propaganda is a strange beast, because the Xenos are generally, lumped together. It's just like the Xenos are basically, if it's not human, shoot it, is the general rule. Which also leads me to think that I feel like it'd be more like a District 12, District 9. District 12 is from Hunger Games. District 9 poster where it's just like a big spooky silhouette of a hypothetical alien that's just like, Xenos, chill.
Right.
But also, I don't think orcs would have ever, I don't think your particular planet ever encountered orcs. And actually, I don't need to say I don't think. I'm the god of this world. Orcs never found their way to your planet.
Yeah.
But that said, they are definitely a known quantity because they have destroyed enough planets and are enough threat that you might know them by name. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, Lyric picks up stuff. She socks away information she's heard. She's had to do. She did some bounties for some of the Inquisition, or the Inquisitors. So probably, yeah.
Right.
I would say she's aware, but in that aware, never expecting to encounter.
Okay, so how I
But
think
also
of the Kardashians.
Yeah, exactly. And will probably have a very negative reaction when she does encounter them.
I mean, still me with the Kardashians. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Aka Kardashian.
Very cool. Okay, great. So, I think then, similar to how we think about the way that sailors used to talk about, mermaids or foreign lands or anything else. You've heard of greenskins. You've heard of there's a lot of tall tales that I think have come across your mental desk. It's a stupid metaphor, but you get what I'm picking. Picking up what I'm putting down. Me slapping myself for those of you listening at home. Cool. So, you're not. I don't think you know enough to recognize this technology, but anything screaming into a microphone and shooting at you generally needs to die. Valentine, I think based on what you've told me about your other, you've trained against automated versions of most Xenos, so I feel like that's probably the best you've had for orcs.
Yeah, I feel like he'd had that for orcs, because, he started off being trained as a commissar before he went to the Inquisition, and orcs are probably the most common Xenos foe that you orcs in bids. If it's Eldari,
Much. It can take a lot more.
Also, he's got some points in forbidden lore, so I feel like he's also a book guy. He probably reads what he can.
No, but I think that's a really good largely because orcs are also plentiful. Like, when they descend on a planet, it's a swarm cell like Nids, where it's like, obviously there's a lot of Nids in a Nid fleet, but like, they're not just like, oh, here, like, ciao. Okay. Familiarity. And I think if you're a forbidden knowledge guy, and also with that commissar training, the law over the radio would probably make it abundantly clear what you're dealing with.
Oh, balls, alright, so it's orcs, friends. I mean, great news, thank you, Emperor, thank you. Very fast, not very maneuverable, shoot a great deal, not tremendously accurately, but they will definitely kill us if they hit. I'm imagining this is an invasion. Could we please find the Imperial forces and set down within? Please, please, please very much.
Okay, so a few things are happening all at once. These 3 planes are opening fire with their heavy Shudas. Shudas getting the full Daka treatment as, to Valentine's point, not every bolt hits, but the ones that do, sound like that heavy hail that hits cars, like they're denting the exterior of the vehicle. Happily, it is it's armored enough for breaching atmospheres, so it's a hardy vehicle, but not for long. So Valentine is given the order to try and connect to some kind of Imperial force somewhere on planet or off planet. Ryan, what do you think you'd be after?
Probably on planet. We still need to get to, unless there is someone off planet. We didn't see anybody off planet, so my guess is we still got to get Gladys
This
the
road
Outbike
is
in,
pretty
so-
nice.
Okay, so basically your options as
A lot of scenery.
I see them are you need someone flying the ship. So Alto, I assume you're still the controls, still rocking out. With Akri being your Chewbacca. You've basically someone's gonna have to operate scanners because I feel like evasive maneuvers are going to take up all of Alto and Akri's time. Akri trying to find where on the planet you can land, Alto actually flying. In terms of weapon systems, the ship does not seem particularly well equipped for. It does have some weapons, but it's not meant for dogfighting, if that makes any sense. So it's more a strong deterrent. So probably like probably like
gun.
Yeah, it's like
to blow up what that fuel tank thing.
Yeah. So you've got like the las cannon. I think it's like a single las cannon kind of deterrent. And then likely we'll say since we're kind of with the airplane metaphors, front-mounted bolters. So if you want a dogfight, you can like fire hard ammo at the front. Otherwise, you have the one sort of we'll say it's on a full gimbal up top, Millennium Falcon style, just so you can get full use. But single las cannon that can either be operated by the pilot or by someone at a weapons station. So essentially, you have 2 jobs. It's up to you, Valentine, and Lyric, who wants to take what. Keep in mind, you do also have your new best friend, Aldrin, Blackhand.
It's like, wow, those guns sure are making impressive noises. I would love to get my hands on one of those, all of them, and like
You can see all the spider hands doing like a Mr. Burns steeple over top.
Well, I would like to take the guns. Perhaps I'll take the scanners, but hold for them. If anything breaks, please fix it for the Emperor's sake. You know, cheerfully and hopefully. We'll fix it.
yeah, whatever you say, boss. Let's do some battles.
So I'll immediately run up to the top,
Yep.
whatever that is.
So-
What did you say it was?
Oh, it's a las cannon.
Last cannon?
So you hop up and you kind of like click on all the gear. I think you find that the actual little
police.
sort of chair and sort of setup you've got there isn't. It almost feels disused. You get the sense that the arbitrator likely did everything from the cockpit in the same way Alton did previously. So this is here, but he often seemed to just fly alone. So it's kind of one of those disused spaces. So I'm going to need you, please, to see if you can
still smell the manure here.
So in that case, say cunning and presence. Those are the two.
Cool. It's a little bit better.
Cow
That's actually not
manure.
bad at all. It's exactly fucking the same.
God damn.
Okay.
It's strong.
That's my difficulty.
I'm gonna say because you're consulting Alto to
Cow shit, as I also can call it.
in terms of story points, I'm gonna go ahead and say we're 3 and 1 in your favor.
Okay.
I'm gonna limit our pool a bit more. We've been doing 6, but I realize that usually just means there's like a big pad, and I'd rather just keep it sort of one point for each of us essentially. For this session, and then we'll see where we go from there. I'm gonna give you 1 setback because he's splitting his attention between flying and communicating with Acri and like not really paying attention. Also, I think in combat he always just kind of assumes you've got what you need.
Yeah.
But I will also give you a boost because you're generally, I feel like having a barrier between you and being able to fight back is really frustrating. So there's a certain determination to, I don't care what it takes to make this work. I would like to make this work.
Alright, I gotta use one of those story points
Go ahead, my friend.
because we are looking real rough these days here.
All right, cool. So we're now 2 and 2.
Or 2. Cool.
Even split.
2 successes and 2 threats.
2 successes and 2 threats. Okay, so you open up with you flip on the comms. What would you say to Alto to get him to help you with this?
Just very straightforward. Alto, I need your help with this.
Okay, you need to turn that on. You need to access that and hold on. And I think it sticks to the left a little.
Okay.
You wiggle it like there's just a quick frustrated wiggle out of the stickiness, and you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. You're not gonna tell him, but it's true. And you regain control of the stick. So turning the las cannon on the first craft, I think I would assume, given that this is a weapon you're not familiar with,
Yeah,
even though you
when
did
I
see
get
it
home
blow
now,
up the
I'm
ship,
gonna
it's
shave
kind of fire away and
and
blast
cut away
off
all
just
my
to get a feel
hair.
for it. But the nice thing about las
Go
cannons is
full
it's a nice
skinhead.
straight beam for a hot second there, so it shears across one of the orc fighters. For scale.
Now it's
these
22
are
Celsius.
bigger than, they're kind of midway between a bomber and a Spitfire. So like they're not as big as a ship. but
Kom
they're
igjen da, kjør I fartsgrensa.
for the craft like sort of buzzing
Hello.
around you, they're a little smaller than the one you're in.
You mean it's not a bunch of orcs
Break.
going
Just
like
I mean,
little fly.
look, Laura, the session is we're still early in the session. There are guys called Storm Boys, and you might.
Fotobox längre framme.
There are guys called Storm Boys, and you might be about to meet some. So just hang tight. There's gonna be some flying marks.
Yay!
Hang on. So the blast shears across kind of the top of the nearest ship.
I'm not sure
Just
why
for
he's
purposes of our
driving
plans,
so slow, because
the
the
predominant
speed
color
limit
on
is
each of these
70.
will go by. So we've got a
He's
red
down to
plane,
50.
a yellow plane, and a blue plane. So your blast shears across the top of the yellow. And it kind of disappears. Now keep in mind, you're coming through this kind of dense cloud-covered fog, so you're just getting glimpses of these colors through the gaps. There's unfortunately no real clear line of sight. But you definitely strike a hit and you see it pull away. So where it was clearly flying in formation, it's pulled off out of the clouds come the Storm Boys, who are orcs with rockets strapped to their backs and little tiny flight goggles, who just kind of, you see, almost like in a Disney movie like Mulan, when someone fires off a bunch of like rockets all at once, they all kind of spray off in different directions. It's kind of that vibe. So like clearly they all just like burst out of the back of the ship, all their rockets kind of fire in different directions. So you see kind of a bunch of flares around you. But the Storm Boys are in action. Alto and Valentine, what is your base agility? Or sorry, what is your base? We'll go with cool. I have 1 rank in cool and 3.
Fotobox längre framme.
I have 1 rank in cool and 3 presence, so 4. Okay. Or I'm sorry. Oh man, it's been a minute since I used the system. 2 green, 1 yellow is what that would translate to for me.
I am very bad at cool. Am I looking at scanners or what am I doing?
You're looking at scanners. This is for initiative. I just wanted to know what's going
got it.
on. So
Yeah,
if you're
cool,
bad
I
at it,
have-
sounds cool. If you're bad at it,
I got like 2 dice just for presence. I got nothing cool.
gotcha. All good, man.
He instinctually shoots things when stuff goes bad. It's a terrible habit.
Great.
He is John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, just all the time. Just a bump in the car, there's a dead guy in the back.
I mean, look, that's why there's car washes. Okay, so Alto, you are again cutting through the clouds. Fighter craft are firing at you. What do you do?
Since I don't have a heading from Acre yet, it's purely evasive maneuvers. I think Alto's thinking is we can't blast back into space because it's all just open sky. We need to get closer to the ground, I think, where there's potentially more cover.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense. So, with that in mind, let's go with Tyler. It's also been a hot second for you. Remind me, what were we using for? We're using driving, right? For flight. Yeah, that makes the most sense. So, can you give me a driving check, please? I'm gonna say this is difficulty. It would have been 3, but given that they're just kind of like temporarily scared one off, we're gonna say 2. But I'm gonna upgrade both of those to red. So we are now 4-0.
This is a serious situation. What do I have at my disposal? Like this thing doesn't have any kind of shielding or anything like that, right?
No. So this is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan, but my understanding of most 40k stuff is shielding is like
Enough.
armor, particularly for the Imperium, it's more armor than it is fields. Would that be?
Yeah, I mean, capital ships might have fields. Like if you're looking at battleships or cruisers, individual ships, it's like, nope, they just strap plate to it and
Yeah,
let it run.
essentially an armored car.
Yeah.
So you don't have a lot by way of armor. Now that said, the good news, if there is good news, is that orc armaments do tend to be either wildly explosive because they just like hack together a laser and it's like there's no safeties on it, so it's like deadly for them and you, or it's hard ammo. So the advantage you have is like it's not like
God damn, that guy is-
through the ship.
Okay.
It is just
I think
kind of
it's
this
doing
little
something else than driving because it goes up
Okay,
and
so
down all
I'll
the
use
time
my
with speed
hand-on throttle
limits.
ability, which is once per round.
Or speed.
Decrease speed by 1 to a minimum of 0 or max of vehicle top speed. So I just want to put more and more distance between us.
And he's like,
Okay,
what the fuck?
Us and these ships or these planes pursuing us.
All right, so let's take that then as I'll say we'll go with 2 boost.
Okay.
As a benefit of can use them to upgrade. You just can't use them to downgrade.
All right.
The words, but
Man, Alto, you are literally baby driver. 6 successes, 3 advantages.
sometimes all you need is a good beat. Holy shit. Okay, so this is full on like the Falcon through the asteroid field, just like dipping and dodging. Storm boys crashing into each other like they're the fucking angels in the outfield.
That's such a weird film.
Look, man, whenever I see two people run into each other and miss something important, it's a sports movie. Cool. Okay. Hang tight on those, but yes, you're in tremendously good shape. Given this ambush, fuck, man. That was what, 6 successes?
Yeah, brought down. Like that's the net. I rolled 7 successes and 6 advantages, but then I got 1 failure and 3 threats.
Holy shit, man.
Alright, everybody go home. I think Tyler's got this for all of us for the rest of the session.
As long as it's not combat, I'm great. if it's about the running away part, I'm
The space wolves are space marines, not literal wolves from space. You'd be in dire trouble. Okay, Ryan, can you go ahead, please, using the instruments here. I think we're going to go with tech use and intellect.
Okie dokie. What's my difficulty?
I'm going to say 1. You start meddling with the scanners. It's actually quite, even though this is old tech, it's comfortable for you to be back in an Imperial craft that isn't like a weird civilian pleasure cruiser. In fact, this is built for military, means you're better equipped for it. I will give you 1 setback just for like the heat of combat being distracting, particularly with like Alto fucking baby drivering all over the place. It makes it somewhat harder to like fiddle with knobs and dials. But I will give you 1 boost for your little servitor buddy.
Awesome. Tom, I do have tempered will, which means I can remove 1 black die inflicted by critical injuries, the disoriented condition, and fear.
I would
remove that.
I'd absolutely take that for this because all the like ducking and weaving and barrel rolling is definitely disorienting. So having just fucked with some space flight games are very disorienting, not fun. So yeah, that's great.
Cool, and I'll use a story point because he's not great at tech use, but spiritually he needs the future.
Gotcha.
Sheer determination, and I feel like he's singing himself a song as he always does when he's nervous, and he knows one specifically that's work related, so it's just quietly going for himself. It's just orcs, they tremble when they hear it, knobs, they know they ought to fear it. It's so bright they cannot spear it. Everybody loves it. Your throne. Just humming away.
Wow.
3 advantages, but 1 failure.
Okay, interesting.
Lyric hates it, but Laura is in heaven. That was beautiful.
Lyric hates the lyrics. What a day. Okay. An inconvenient pool of dice. Okay.
There are lots of Imperial people around. I just don't know where the chuck they are.
Yeah, actually, realistically, that is kind of the issue. So, you immediately find an Imperial frequency. Oh, actually, no. Okay, I know what to do with that. So you actually managed to make contact with an Imperial frequency. Coming from planet side, you quickly recognize it as like an Imperial Guard frequency. It seems to be a regiment of some sort. And you hear a voice on the other end say, unidentified Imperial
vessel. Can you identify, please?
Hello, this is Inquisitor Lucius Valentine, requiring a safe berth for my ship. It's a pleasure to meet you. Hail the Emperor!
Yes, hail the Emperor and such. This is shift leader, Mebius Pocus. Listen, sir, we didn't have any scheduled visitors coming in today, and I gotta tell you, I'm under strict orders not to spare any assistance for anyone. So you're kind of on your own there, champ. But listen, if you can break the orc line and make it to our side, well, we'll definitely cover you as you come down. Here's the coordinates. Good luck. Hail the Emperor.
Wonderful. Your name was Mebius Pocus, just to be entirely clear.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, Shift Commander, Mebius Pocus.
Shift Commander, Mebius Pocus. Wonderful. I look forward to meeting you. Thank you for assisting the Inquisition.
Okay, you have yourself a pleasant Imperial day, sir. Also, listen, if it's not too much trouble, if you do survive and make it past the line, I'd really appreciate it if we could fill out an employee review form. If you were pleased with your service here today.
Can Lyric hear this?
I don't know. Do you think you'd be pumping it through the? How do you imagine you're connecting this with? Would this just be through like a Vox and the?
Yeah, I'm imagining it's probably like a cop. Like if we're picturing the cop car, then it's like the talk into the hand thing.
Yeah. Okay. Then yes, 100% you can hear it.
Hey, Mebius, shut the fuck up and let us fly.
Okay. You know what? Maybe don't let her fill out the form, or don't fill it out at all.
Yes, understood. Thank you very much. And then he'll just like release the thing and put it down and be like, "You don't have to be rude to him. I'm probably going to shoot him when we land."
Well, then it's even more of a waste of time for him to talk. Like,
No, they said they'd
seriously.
cover us if we get through the orc line, so we have
Yeah.
something to gain, which we now still have. Then I kill him afterwards so we don't die.
God, you people do things so slowly. Let's go.
Well, I'm not flying. Why are you yelling at me?
That'd be me. Hold on. And just like hard like deceleration and like strong pivot, and we're like lined up with the new coordinates and just like full throttle it.
Amazing. So, yeah, you say that over your shoulder, you turn, and again, just like baby driving like no one's business. This could not be going better for you. But unfortunately, back where
That
you
was,
come from, most
kind
bugs
of,
that splatter on the windshield are small. Here,
stupid.
they're plated in armor and are carrying chompas. So as you spin the vehicle, you hear a sickening crunch as the viewport makes contact with a different manner of bug, a storm boy whose jetpack forces what's left of his shredded corpse through the windshield, shattering it, and the air in the cockpit begins to be sucked out. Aldrin looks up and goes,
Oh yeah, fixing things.
yeah,
Yes, Holger, that'd be great. Is there like an oxygen drop we can do? They have those on some ships. They had it on the Astral Line if we needed it.
No, I don't think so. Hey, Acri, how about you? Yeah, y'all, I'm not seeing anything like that on here. I think he kept real bad care of this. Maybe just hold your breath, sir.
Yeah, everybody else, hold your breath.
And then he'll also activate his shield around himself, hoping it'll hold in some amount of environment. He doesn't know.
Which is good, because flying full tilt at the shattered cockpit viewport are 3 screaming storm boys.
This episode of The Valentine Heresy features Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter as Inquisitor Lucius Valentine, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter as Alto, Laura Hamstra at EL Hamstring on Twitter as Lyric, and our Game Master Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode sounds edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and the Valentine Heresies artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. DELBOROVIC. Our theme song's The Horns by Megan McDuffie, and our ads use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazza, JAHZZAR, available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum-Dums and Dice,
here's
visit
the
our
farmer
website
working.
at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. We have merchandise available at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice. And most importantly, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's